Hey, how you doing? Dan McDonald here, Life Regenerator. Today I've got something really cool. This isn't really practical in so many ways for the average viewer. I know that because this is sugarcane, which isn't the easiest thing in the world to get. Theoretically, you could use apple juice. That would work almost as well. I mean, there's nothing quite like sugarcane. It's a purple grass. So it's just loaded with minerals. It's actually low sugar, high energy plant. So it's a concentrated grass. So it has a lot of information in it that is very ancient and primordial. So I've got 64 ounces of cane juice here, 64 ounces of Makaleha spring water, and then I've got some super blue-green algae. So this is a elixir for brain health and hydration and energy. So I picked this sugarcane up here from a friend of mine. Now this is going to take a little bit of finesse here. I've got the quadruple filter here. Boom, boom, boom. And then the Big Daddy here on the bottom, just to make sure that nothing gets through except for the perfect liquid. Boom. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Nice job, Danny boy. And so a lot of sediment was gathered there. I was going to say this is a 3-ingredient recipe, but I forgot one of the very important ingredients, and that is a couple of lemons. So this is kind of my version of the master cleanse here. So I'm just going to do those by hand really quickly. See, so I caught actually quite a bit of sediment in number 1, and then number 2 actually caught some more, and number 3 actually caught some more, and then number 4 just a few little larger pieces that kind of fell over as I was pouring. So it's a good thing. Now when it comes to the lemon, I don't need to strain it nearly as much. When it comes to the cane juice, you know, there's a little bit of it's quite a process. It's like you're pulling it out of the jungle, you know. So I'm just going to squeeze this by hand, and normally it's one thing to remember is that when you juice lemons, you can actually juice the peel. Other citrus fruits, you cannot. The oils are too powerful and they'll make you sick. I mean, they're too anti-parasitic. The lemon, for some reason, has beneficial properties in that sense, but it's not overpowering. But it's nice to juice the seeds in an Omega or an Angel, or the best juicer of all is the Green Star Elite. And I'll tell you why. I'll show you why as the weeks roll on here. I got a video coming soon. I'm going to be making my own coconut oil with the Green Star, which is one of the few juicers that does it, and it does it at a very high level. And you can use that coconut oil for medicine, food, and cosmetics. It's pretty epic. We're pretty much going to just make sure that we use everything here on the land that we possibly can. So bear with me while I get these last two, but I was going to say that it's nice to juice these seeds as well. You don't really get the extraction of some of the more deeply embedded nutrients in a centrifugal juicer, which, you know, I used to promote. Remember back in the RV I had the Breville, you know, but then, and that was even after, you know, 12, 13, 14 years of juicing already daily, starting with the Champion, moving my way up to Jack LaLanne. Well, that wasn't really moving my way up, but the Champion had limitations. The Jack LaLanne certainly had limitations. The Mr. Juice Man had limitations. The Breville Elite had me pretty excited for a while there. But as I learned even more and more about extraction of some of the nutrients in the skins of certain vegetables like cucumber or apple, they have certain properties that actually help to really, that's where a lot of the silica is in the peels and stuff like that. Other medicinal properties are in the seeds of these different fruits. So if I took all these seeds right here that are now in the strainer and I put them into the Green Star, there would be an extraction of a lot of those anti-parasitic, antiviral, antifungal properties. That's why there's so much gut dysbiosis these days, is because we're not, first of all, we're cooking all of our food. God, we were just reading this amazing book this morning. We read to each other at the beach. We were reading this amazing book that was just like talking about how mankind cooks all of the cosmic radiation, all of the life force, all of the vitality out of their food for thousands of years. And they wonder why we're not in tune with what's going on the real sense. And then when you become one of those rare individuals who starts looking to nature for the answers to life, instead of going to church or your educational institutions or whatever, I have an education as a doctor, but you know what? That doesn't really mean diddly squat ola. It means nothing. It actually can have a detrimental effect for you to be programmed with fallacious materials. So we look to nature to say what's been happening for billions of years, like sugarcane, like it's a grass. I mean, we cultivated it and we worked with it as human beings. We took nature and we made it into something that we can really, really use, instead of cutting off the supply of nature and going on the totally unnatural tip, which is kind of like I was referring to the whole medical program training. I'm not saying that some medical doctors didn't thankfully get sick and go, well, wait a minute, all my training doesn't do me any good. I've got to find new, better ways to explore. And we know who some of those doctors are, Mercola or Hyman and that type of thing, that actually had a conscience and a heart and didn't give a crap about the status quo. That's something that I feel very strongly about, that a lot of people are like, Dan McDonald, you're not a doctor. Well, it's like, so what? I look to nature, and the simplicity and the common sense is right there. And when I was reading this morning about how mankind has been cooking the cosmic radiation out of its food for millions and millions of years, or whatever, how long have they been cooking food? And then maybe we've adapted microbiologically, I mean, because in nature are all the answers of the infinite intelligence, saying just in case these crazy people start heating up their food and burning out all the life force energy, all the cosmic radiation, all the gases, all the condensed sunlight, all the living minerals, boom, which lead to higher states of consciousness. And then you start looking up instead of looking down. Mankind is always looking down, and they're looking backwards instead of looking forwards and upwards and onwards and outwards and expansive into potential. Anyhow, all that out of sugarcane. Yes, so now I've got Elixir of the Lake. This is from Health Force Nutritionals. This is a really decent brand. Anything that Jameith does, I believe in. I actually do have a link down below all my videos. It's my favorite superfoods, because anything that comes from Health Force Nutritionals is the next level, and I love it. And so the Elixir of the Lake, ready to go, is blue-green algae here. So I'm just, I was going to measure, because I'm all official now with my tidy-whitey. Next video, why I don't wear underwear. Here's a teaspoon. This one girl had one that was, why I don't wear a bra. 5 million views. I said, I'm going to talk about why I haven't worn underwear in, like, I don't know, for a long time. That was my first revelation. This is crazy. Whoever made this up, Haynes, trying to stay in the game, take my money and my power. Okay, so that is each, I got a tablespoon, a teaspoon is a serving. Now I would eat more like a tablespoon to get galactivated at the highest levels of consciousness, but there we go. So I'm just going to follow the instructions, because I don't want anybody to go crazy and eat a big old tablespoon. Do we have a whisk? I don't think so. Anyways, I thought we did. We don't. We got to get a whisk. So I'll use a fork today, but I'm going to stir this up. I didn't want anyone to OD, you know. Dan McDonald made me do it. Oh, God. I saw the light, you know what I mean? I ate too much algae. Because it has a detoxifying properties, but there are cases where people have literally, like, taken this on the very first day and depression was alleviated, just like that. Stories where there was a study done by Gabriel Cousins where he took this one woman who was going senile and having Alzheimer's, and then all she did was take the algae and she began to dress herself and walk and get her life back. Autistic children start talking. There was this one story which was unfortunate. He started talking too much, so she took him off the algae. He couldn't talk. He took the algae, which is phenylethylamine, feeds the brain, and then the mom was like, she couldn't handle all the talking. So that's the kind of level of consciousness that we've got from the people that, for me, it's like, you know me as a raw food educator, I blame everything on cooked food, you know. I'm ugly. Well, you're eating too much cooked food. It's not like that, but I mean, you just got hit with the ugly stick. No, I'm just kidding. That's not right. But basically, what I'm saying is that you always make my sense of humor come out whenever you come in. But I'm just saying, like, if your consciousness isn't up there, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want this child talking. I can't handle it. My nerves are shot. Well, that's because we're so addicted to everything and our nerves are fried and it ain't right. Let me get up on here and show you how this is done. So this is pretty much, like I said, not that practical. I'm just my opportunity to do a daily video show, connect with you, cram 1 hour worth of material into 15 minutes like I always do. And then I'm gonna pour this off. Wow, next level. Can you say it? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
So this is for you, and this is for me. We got some of the big chunks. Sometimes it clumps up, but if you let it sit, now see these other two, what I'll do is I'll put these in the fridge. We'll see how long they last, but what I do, see all those essential oils from the lemon are just bubbling up to the top. And what I'll do is probably drink anywhere from 4 to 6 of these a day. Because I'm talking about staying hydrated, alkalinized, detoxified, and regenerated. And the purple cane juice goes straight to the brain. The purple cane juice, being that it's purple, resonates with the crown chakra, if you're into all that crazy stuff. But the blue works somewhere between the throat and the brow chakra here, cleansing and cooling and soothing all of that. So the colors of the rainbow, again, get your rainbow diet. Where are you going to find that? Not at the grocery store, because everything there is white. White bread, white flour, white potatoes, white rice. White is not right. Get your browns, greens, reds, yellows, purples, oranges, whatever else that I missed. Green especially, you got to go. Then you better hit that button. Thank you for a thumbs up on this video. Let me tell you how it is though. Let me tell you, they like that when I do this because I'm thirsty. Oh, whoa, man, I'm happier than I was 10 minutes ago before I started this video. Thank you very much. Just take the apple juice, some water, lemon, and get some blue. E3 Live is a great company, probably the best. They have the best extraction methods, but I can't get that right now without ordering it online, so I get Elixir of the Lake, which in my opinion is the second best. Link down below for that. Thank you very much. Thumbs up, comment, and come back tomorrow for some more great stuff. You never know. Is it going to be a white, nice shirt? Some naked guy with uncombed hair? With Dan McDonald and his multi-personality disorders? You never know. Peace be with you. Love is what the answer is. I'm out.